Hello everyone, my name is SVPKingBee, and today we are going to be returning to our Pokemon Color Theme teams. A quick recap, my inspiration was a desire to have some fun with colours, using them as a base to make a Pokemon battle team, given my history as a lighting technician in the entertainment industry. And luckily for me, there's a handy dandy list of Pokemon by colour, to make it a little easier to pick the teams, means I don't have to look it up basically. It classes Pokemon into red, blue, yellow, green, black, brown, purple, grey, white, and pink. To restate the rules for picking Pokemon, I cannot use duplicates or multiple Pokemon from the same evolution line. The colour of a shiny form does not count, and legendaries and mythicals are not allowed, otherwise anything is a fair game. Let's look at the options for our green team. It looks like there's a lot here, but a lot of the ones I wanted to use aren't in the game. Tropius, Cacturne, Torterra. Bit of a shame. Still, there are some important choices here. Firstly, I had a hard time picking between Applin's two evolved forms, but I settled on Appleton because having low speed ultimately led to a lot more bulk, and hopefully more staying power. Ludicolo's typing of grass and water is so unique in these games that I couldn't help but see what it could do, although its stats aren't anything amazing. Uniclus is mostly being added for type coverage. A psychic type should be helpful for the team. Another rare typing in Hawlucha, a flying fighting type, which again, more coverage and, to my understanding, a very powerful fast sweeper. Dhelmise is, I think, a lot better than it's given credit for, so let's see if I can make it shine. Finally, I picked the Tyranitar, a super bulky Pokemon that I personally have found very helpful to open up battles with. So, seems like there's a lot here. Let's see how it plays out. Onto the battles. I can't talk today. Let's launch into this one. I made so many mistakes. You probably won't even hear the audio leading into this because, oh dear, I made so many mistakes. Alright, we're opening with Tyranitar, the Crocodile. So all of these teams are the green Pokemon, as you know. Crocodile was actually a colour listed. I was pretty amazed. So, Tyranitar is our opener, mostly there to set up some cool things with Stone Edge, but can also use Curse and can do stuff like that. So we're going to be able to really do some good things with him. He is pretty bulky. Additional attack and special defense. I thought I made him defensive. Never mind. I hope right now that we survive, basically. I'm going to go for a Crunch rather than try to Curse, because if we try to Curse, we will end up being hit anyway. But if we Crunch, we can probably hit the... Yeah, I messed up the IVs on that one. So I was meant to do a split defense, 200 defense, 200 special defense, and 108 HP. Just giving me a bit more bulk all around. Stealth Rock, Crunch, Stone Edge, Curse, but we've ended up with an Adamant Nature 200 attack EV instead of defense. Luckily, we can take a hit because we're a Tyranitar, and seriously, Tyranitar's amazing. Mind you, I didn't expect it to knock out a Dragapult. That was unexpected, so that's new. And I suddenly have a need for my Tyranitar to be Dragapult usable in my competitive set. This is a different set to mine. Mine still has Crunch, but it doesn't have Curse and Stone Edge. So, we actually have something else for this Mimikyu. But I'm gonna see what we can do. So I want to Curse first. And yeah, Rocky Helmet's a good sign because they're going to take damage even if we can't get much damage off due to the disguise. What I'd like to do is Crunch it once, and I hope I can now because they've taken a bit more damage than I thought. And they're actually taking a lot of secondary damage, which has been really cool. So I think this is going to be okay. Now, Tyranitar obviously has the Rocky Helmet, as you saw, and that's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be a Rocky Helmet defensive set, so the fact that I've accidentally put in attack EVs has actually made it pretty powerful. Something I might want to look into in the future. I hadn't thought about it. It's got good defenses already, so maybe it can just be a bulky bulky attacker. I haven't ever tried it before. We'll see. Alright, well, Mimikyu's disguise is broken, so even if we don't win it with this one, which we are probably not going to, I'm just being realistic, we do have something that can take care of it. Now, we're not going to need to worry about it with this round, but I do have Parakeet the Hawlucha with Mold Breaker. And that is the one I think that will be able to take care of it under normal circumstances. For today, I think What can take it? I'm sort of looking at my party. Ah, the sandstorm faded away. Looking at my party on the side just to try and make a choice, and I think we're going to go with Seaweed, the Delmise. Delmise has a Life Orb and the Steelworker ability, so it basically has Stab on Steel, Grass, and Ghost moves, and basically, yeah, here's our movesets. And I went for a, I'm looking at the wrong one, Max HP, Max Defense Delmise. So it can take a hit pretty well. Theoretically, if we Swords Dance, and then I don't think we're going to Dynamax, not in this one. So we'll take the Delmise. We should be able to use Anchor Shot to basically take out Mimikyu. Shadow Claw is powerful, but it's not powerful enough to kill a Delmise. Delmise is pretty bulky, but like a lot of the Pokemon I seem to like and enjoy and choose, very slow. So just a bit unfortunate, but I like the fact that they can take a hit. What I like more is that they can take a hit and then dish one back out. So Delmise definitely has that capability, and it has that capability across a fair few different types of moves. So really wanted to make use of that. Tyranitar, it's going to get confusing because I called it Crocodile. Tyranitar is meant to be the same. Can take a hit, but already has something like 130 attack, so pretty crazy. Alright, we're probably going to lose Delmise, and I don't think, based on what I remember of her team. By the way, I didn't remember to mention it at the start because I got so tongue-tied. Thank you to whoever you are. Unfortunately, I don't read or speak any foreign languages, so I don't know how to pronounce your name. But thank you for the battle. Always appreciated. I think we might have to go with Parakeet, which isn't what I was hoping for, but might have to. Apparently, Parakeet's the only one that's got a super effective move against it. That's really the thing. And I believe because it's Steel and Dark, it's actually super effective against both of them. And yeah, Mold Breaker. The Mold Breaker is actually in there for what I hope is some fairly obvious reasons. Let's just see what a high jump kick will do if we miss or not. Are you serious? So we hurt ourselves. Of course we did. Oh. No. So, Guillotine. When does that ever hit? Alright. Well, that's a bit of a frustration. None of our other Pokemon can really handle... I mean, if there's just one with neutral... I think we don't have a choice, but we have to go for Moss. Moss is our Ludicolo, so I didn't talk about Hawlucha. Max speed, max attack, adamant nature, choice band. That's basically it. Moss, our Hawlucha, on the other hand, our Ludicolo even, has choice specs, and that is why I've just realized Fake Out is a bunch of crap. We do not want to do this, not with this one, so... Grass Knot's probably not going to do all that much to us. We aren't that heavy. A Ludicolo's not that heavy. That's an interesting choice of move. What I'm hoping is either... Oh, wow. I was going to say what I'm hoping for is either a burn or a good hit, but we got a good hit, so 2 hits should probably... Wow! How are you hitting Guillotine? Okay, this must be an ability or something, because that doesn't make sense to me. It shouldn't be hitting quite so well. Well, we're down to our last 2, and there's not much I can do with them. I might have to go with Basil and set up Pear. So Basil is our Reuniclus, Psychic type, wanting to cover a lot of bases. Max HP, max special attack, so going for that, again, that sort of more bulky concept. I think we're just going to go for a Flash Cannon and see how we go. It has a Focus Sash. I kind of expect it to get hit hard. And it hasn't, and it's actually the max HP kind of negates that, so maybe I should have rethought that. Okay, we got it with Flash Cannon, so that's all fine by me. It's a Quiet Nature, Calm Mind, Flash Cannon, Psyshock, and Trick Room. Theoretically, Trick Room would have been useful a bit earlier on, but the what she sent out was a bit more in vain of, you know, using what I had already. I have a habit of doing split IVs. You've probably noticed it a lot. So I, kind of apologize in some capacity for that. At the same time, that's what I do. Okay, so this is not good for me, and I feel like we're gonna fail. I think we're gonna die because the last thing we have is Appleton. This may not go well. This may not be a good fight, but that's okay. I think I at least get to introduce the team with these, so you guys get to see this one, and that's all good. And yeah, we're taken down by a Pyro Ball. I'm expecting a similar reaction with our Appleton, who, I mean, you probably already noticed, is called Pear. Yes, yes, I know, I'm the worst. Come on, shut up. Alright, I would love to set up a Leech Seed, but I feel like we'll die. Let's just G-Max and Max Wormwind. I think that's the best thing we can do. So Appleton has leftovers on it. It's a bulky special attacking set. So 152 defense, 152 special defense, and 204 special attack to attempt to create just this big old, massive, like, you can't do much damage to it is what I'm aiming for, but can still whack you really hard. Quiet Nature, Apple Acid, Dragon Pulse, Leech Seed, and Giga Drain, as you saw. Trying to go for that kind of variance and thick fat, so we shouldn't take much damage from the fire type moves, even though we'll be neutral and it's pretty powerful. We can hit like a truck though. So Appleton might bring us back, might, but it's unlikely. I'm not as pleased with where we're at as I would like to be. We really got floored because of the missed high jump kick, which is a risk you take with a move like high jump kick. I almost didn't. I almost did something like close combat, but if I did, I knew I would regret it later on. Now, this Pokemon is actually weak to Max Wormwind, so let's go. We have, I didn't see what she said, Noibat. And Noibat is pretty cool. Like, I really respect her for putting a Noibat on the team, or like, really, it is a good fun Pokemon to work with. Noivern, sorry, Noibat's the little dude. I like the little dude, he's cute. Put a TikTok on up about him recently. Go check it out if you like. Alright, Noibat, though, is going to be our big dude. Our big dude, unfortunately, is probably going to be able to hit us relatively hard because we aren't resistant to air. But we tank it, and I'm pretty happy with that. So, if Max Wormwind can knock it out, because it wasn't super effective, or was it? I didn't look. It should be super effective, I was saying, wasn't I? Because dragons have weird resistances. But I think it basically super effective regardless. Luckily for us, we've managed to knock that out. I'm a bit surprised, I won't lie. With one Pokemon left, we might still at least be in for a one-on-one at the end. Let's see how we go. So I think she's got 2 left. Yeah, Toxtricity, that's fine. Not too worried about a Toxtricity. Oh, we are at one-on-one. Ooh. We might have gotten this then. It all depends on how much damage it can do to me. So Boom Burst is strong, but I don't think it can get through our special defense. Max Wormwind though. 1 hit. We pulled it back. I'm actively amazed. I want to stress something. I thought we were going to lose this. I honestly thought we were going to lose this. Well, look, thank you, whoever you are, for the battle. If you ever see this, unlikely though it is, I do appreciate it. On to the next one. Alright, let's launch into battle number 2. GG, thank you so much for the battle if you ever see this. Mate, looking forward to what we're going to get out of this one. I have to be honest, I've had a hard time finding battles this week. Not sure why. It just happens that way, I guess, sometimes. So, they're going to lead out with Cinderace. We're going to lead out with the same as we did before with Crocodile the Tyranitar. Basically, our whole aim is to set up. This is the whole point of Tyranitar. I actually quite like that this team has a dedicated starter. Not a lot of the others did. And I think you still have to roll with the punches. I don't know why I scrolled down the moves then. You've still got to roll with the punches. But the fact that I can set up with a Stealth Rock is really nice. Appleton also has the potential to be a starter because of Leech Seed, but I don't think in the long term that's a wise move. Depends on what we get for. The Moss... Ooh, okay. This actually bodes well for us because it's more likely that we're going to get a lot of damage when we use our... Ooh, Shiny Snorlax. Nice. I always dislike shiny Pokemon that the colour is just a little off as opposed to an actual change of colour. Like, I get that sometimes that's okay, but most of the time, no, it just isn't. So, we've managed to set up Stealth Rock. I'm not too afraid of a Snorlax. I'm going to go for a Curse. We'll see what happens here, and then we'll go probably for Stone Edge, I'd be guessing. Not too sure. We'll base it off what Snorlax is going to do. We're currently outspeeding it, which is also a positive. Ah, that's why you swapped to a Snorlax. Well, our defense stat has been raised up by 1, and I've got a Rocky Helmet on. So this is actually better for me than it is for you. One more Curse, assuming that it doesn't bring us under your speed, will actually make us resist you a lot more. Alright, wasn't expecting that. Well, thankfully, Dynamaxing doesn't increase speed. Dynamaxing is really useful, but I still find it weird that Dynamax only increases health and changes moves. And sometimes it changes moves in a bad way, but that's what makes it fun strategically, where it's like, hey, we just need more health, not more of anything else. I reckon one more curse. Okay, it does knock. I think it is going to knock us out now. That's a bit of a shame. I did want it to... Ooh, it didn't knock us out. Alright, Rocky Helmet damage will be, what, 1/16 of its original health, so 1/32. Curse was a bad idea, now I know that, but we might tank another hit from it because... Might tank another hit because of it, even if the words were coming out of my mouth properly. Might not. Uncertain. Snorlax will take a bit of damage, not as much as I'd like now that it's Dynamaxed. Let's go for, so which one has the greater power basically? Stone Edge. If we miss, I'll be sad, but rather use Stone Edge than Crunch, just in the vain hope that we can get off a nice strong hit. I think we die to this max plate though. Oh. Shouldn't have set up that second time. That's okay. Win some, lose some. Bit of a shame, but we can probably make up for it by sending out Parakeet. Now they've used up their Dynamax so far, so that's what's going in our advantage. Do I have anything else? I don't think so. Nothing else has a fighting... Oh yeah, that was Basil. That was stupid. That was supposed to be Hawlucha. Okay. Mistakes were made. And I don't know how to proceed. We might die. What does it do? Okay, lowers special defense. Oh, that does physical damage. That's why I thought it was a physical attack. I shouldn't use Psyshock. Unless it's... Yeah, I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, I really sent Basil to his death. Sorry, buddy. A misclick is always going to be a bad thing for the Pokemon I send out. I'm sorry. I'm just... I should have switched... No, if I switched, we would have killed whatever I had. Dynamax is used up. I guess that's the positive I'm going to take away from it, but that was a big mistake. Do things slowly, everyone. That is the lesson that you should always learn. Do things slowly. Crunch will knock us out. This is it. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry, Basil. My mistake. 100% my mistake. Nothing to do with you at all. You are fantastic. Parakeet comes out. We're going to max Dynamax, max Knuckle. That's going to be the strat. We should knock it out. Even if we don't knock it out, we will break up. I saw the words break the mold, sorry. We will increase our attack stat, and that could only do well. We're most likely to outspeed things. Choice Band shouldn't come into effect until after the Dynamax has ended. And by that I mean, I know it doesn't, because we basically don't get the boost from Choice Band when we're in Dynamax, which of course you are probably aware. This actually works well for me. If it's a multi-scale weakness policy set, like I like to run, Stone Edge obviously negates that, and sadly, my Jump Kick is not going to do the job, which I don't like. This is going to be difficult. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Let's give it a go. Look, Max Knuckle, it's a shame. I didn't know, but I suspected that was going to happen. One Max Knuckle raises our attacks. It's not very effective, but what we can do is then go for a safety move. So probably Max Airstream. Yeah, let's go with that. Top Max Airstream. So I don't know if I ever actually explained the set with Parakeet. The idea was that I gave it Fling and Acrobatics so that you could get more power if you didn't have enough health. So if we were down on health from Brave Bird, you could fling away the choice. Oh, sorry, not from Brave Bird, from like battling. We could fling instead, and theoretically Acrobatics to do a lot more damage than if we didn't have that choice. And it gave it a bit of coverage. It basically was a strategy to get rid of it if need be, depending on what happens in the Dynamax phase. If I Dynamax it, it'll work. Alright, that was an interesting choice on their part. So Kabutops, being part Rock type, should go down to a Max Knuckle pretty easily. Hawlucha seems like the good position to be in. As much as we are just catching up now, we'll get to 2 for 2. What the hell? That is also not gonna be... I'm a little confused. Max Knuckle will knock out Umbreon. I'm pretty confident about this one. Not sure about your decision here, my man. This is a bit difficult. I think he's allowed me to get set up by everything that he's done. I don't think he's got anything that directly fights us. That's really the weakness he's got right now. You've seen Cinderace, obviously Umbreon's down now. Kabutops and Snorlax will most likely die to the fighting moves. If I even use a fighting move, I'm going to use a fighting move. I'll use the high jump kick. Hopefully I don't miss. That's going to be the worst. Like last time, that'll be the thing. We've done all this setup for nothing if high jump kick misses. But we are currently 2 for 2, and I reckon we've got a chance. Pretty strong chance. Their last Pokemon, I know, well, I don't remember what it is, but I do know what it is in the sense that I've seen it. Don't think that it can handle this as well. If we can basically knock out everything with a high jump kick, they probably don't have a chance. And this is where Hawlucha's strength lies. I would rather have a Pokemon that's bulky. Rayquaza. Best legendary though. Best legendary. Bar none. If I could have used it on my green team here, it would have been so much fun. We are locked into high jump kick. I don't want to lose our stats, but I don't want to lose our high jump kicker either. So, Dragon Pulse is super effective, but he'll have strong moves against us too. Crocodile's dead. I don't know why I was looking at it. Moss might be the way to go with the Ice Beam. Dragon and flying. And yeah, that would handle the Dragonite too if Dragonite was still alive. So let's go for an Ice Beam. Choice specs kind of limit this now. Ooh, we might also die. I probably should have swapped into something sacrificial, knowing the... Yeah, I didn't think about it. Really should have thought about it. That's helpful for us though. The loss in defenses on their side, that was a risk that they took. We're not fast enough with anything other than Parakeet. Don't think Parakeet can handle it. I'm going to go... I don't want to go for Pear. The thing is, Pear's usefulness ends here. So let's do it, actually. I'm going to go Dragon Pulse with Pear. Unfortunately, Pear's usefulness, she's only really helpful based on what's left. Based on the... I mean, Kabutops she would be great against, to be fair. But Cinderace she's not going to be, and this is the last chance she's got of hitting her. Oh, we just survived! This might have done it because of the special defense drop this time around. Ooh, okay, we're back in this. Hawlucha's still got a shot against the last pair. I'm still not sure how we were supposed to... Why Cinderace? Or why they haven't sent in Cinderace. I guess Cinderace isn't strong against Hawlucha specifically, so I think between everything we've got, we're probably going to face Cinderace now. Without the boost, Hawlucha's probably got a problem. Let's see what we got. So, that's good for me. We will be outsped in kills. Just in case we're not, I'm actually going to Leech Seed. Try and force another swap. Double Edge. Disrespect. Mate. Taking damage yourself from a Double Edge just to get the recoil. Alright, well. What are we going to do then? Dhelmise is a bad swap in. Let's go with Parakeet. I feel like Dhelmise will be able to handle Kabutops just fine. So we're kind of got to get through this next two Pokemon. We've got to get through Cinderace somehow. This is where I think our run might end. I'm going for a Brave Bird. I don't know if we outspeed. I don't know what the stats are like. We do. Brave Bird is the best thing I can go for. We might die, but we knocked it out. Ooh, we've got a chance. I'm going to swap into Dhelmise. Kabutops, I believe, is a physical attacker. So I'll swap into Dhelmise. And we'll see what GG does for us, eh? Alright, Kabutops takes a bit of damage. That's fine. Pokemon. Seaweed. This has been a real good back and forth kind of battle. We weren't really hot shot at the start. Through the middle, we've kind of backed and forth, and it's just going to come down to what's going to happen in the next few moves. Liquidation probably won't do all that much damage, and it is physical, like I said. Works well for us. We don't... Oh, I mind that the defense drops, but they didn't do that much damage. Hopefully Power Whip hits, and we don't have to think about this, and it's down. Otherwise, we're going to use High Jump Kick on Hawlucha. I feel like we have this. Very unlikely that our opponent's got this, unfortunately. But I will say, GG, thank you so much for the battle. This was really fun. It's a shame that a lot of your Pokemon were weak to my Hawlucha, but in the end, I think between the pair of us, we battled very well, so thank you so much, GG. And I think that is all. Let's jump back to the video. Well, I'm honestly surprised we won the first one. It felt like it came out of nowhere. But the second battle was much more back and forth. It seemed like we were going to win in the end, but really I liked that one better. Honestly, I like this team a lot. There's some strength to it. It's fairly balanced, although it would benefit from a fire-type move somewhere in there, if not a fire-type in general. Next week's going to be the black team, so if you've got any suggestions for Pokemon or builds in this color scheme, please leave them in the comments below. I really want to hear your thoughts. Remember to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and let me know how you think we went. Until next week, thank you so much for watching. My name is SVP, talking on a King Bee, and I'm buzzing off. Ciao for now.